What kind of man saves a cat instead of a human? Let's talk about Chainsaw Man chapter 205, Who? And it all goes back to the beginning, to Chainsaw Man's reintroduction in part 2. In the aptly named chapter, Save the Cat. Now, what is Save the Cat? It is a noun and a verb, and it is a storytelling mechanism. So Fujimoto's being pretty clever here, and let me explain it. So in writing, in screenwriting, saving the cat is doing something that establishes your main character as a hero, as likable, having them do something admirable, like saving a cat. So what happens in the Save the Cat chapter? Now this is Fujimoto being so clever. We have Asa saving Yuko from the roach devil, and in doing so, she is saving the cat. Fujimoto is convincing us to see her as an admirable character, as a heroine. And then we have Denji literally saving the cat, but is he figuratively saving the cat? Is he winning over the audience by choosing to save the cat? Is he not saving the cat by saving the cat? For me, I love Denji. I love how he has this strange sense of justice. He's hard to understand, and a lot of people kind of struggle with how to define him, and identity is a huge part of Chainsaw Man Part 2. What kind of person is Denji? Is he a monster? Is he a devil? We see these ideas carrying on from Part 1, but we're really focusing in on them. Now, what's going on in Chapter 205? Well, that boy that Denji let die was referenced by the Flame Devil. Everything is coming back up, right? We're seeing how everything is connected. The Flame Devil was taken care of by that boy and his twin brother. And those twins taught the Flame Devil that even devils can be symbols of justice. And that, ignited something in the Flame Devil. And they wanted to fuel that sense of justice in other people and let them turn into their version of justice. And their version of justice is Chainsaw Man. Now, repeatedly, I talk about how Chainsaw Man Part 2 is especially meta, and I think it's a meta commentary on the creative process, on being a creator, on being Tatsuki Fujimoto. Fujimoto has had many imitators to the point that competitions have started cracking down on people who are obviously pulling a little bit too much from Fujimoto's style. And what do we have happening in Chainsaw Man Part 2? A lot of imitators, a lot of fake saws. So these people are defining who they are by trying to be someone that they really aren't and someone that they don't truly understand. People keep misunderstanding what Denji stands for, especially the fake Saw Man that we saw get on TV and proclaim himself to be the true Chainsaw Man. So where do I think this is going with the Flame Devil? Well, I think Denji is gonna have to knock a bit of sense into them. Really, I think there's going to be some, brash moment where Denji is like, I am who I am. I might have disappointed you, disappointed other people, but I'm the type of guy who saves a cat. And Asa, our girl Asa, is also pro-cat. Like, she said that she would rather save a cat than a human. The Flame Devil is going to test Denji because they had an emotional connection to this image of Chainsaw Man, who they built Chainsaw Man up to be in their own mind. They were raised by fanboys. They're looking for an external source to help them define what they can be. They're looking to Denji, Chainsaw Man, as this inspiration for being a good devil, as being the symbol of justice, that devils don't have to be bad. Define that for yourself. Don't rely on Denji. Don't rely on Chainsaw Man. I think Fujimoto wants to encourage people to be their own creatives, to stop trying to copy him. Denji's form of justice isn't going to sit well with everybody, and that's okay. The one-shot Just Listen to the Song, written by Fujimoto, came out right before Part 2, and part of what it was about was how sequels can sometimes turn away your fans, how you can disappoint them even though you're telling a story that's very true to yourself. And I think that was prepping the audience for maybe a bit of disappointment, that maybe they wouldn't understand the artistic vision moving forward. And so what happens when we look at Denji as Chainsaw Man? He's disappointing people. You're not serving up justice the way I think you're supposed to. But that's Denji's way. That's his creative way of living. Denji doesn't like playing by the rules. And that's part of what makes him so unique. That's what makes him Chainsaw Man. And he is going to find a third option if you present him with two. I'm actually so excited because I see the vision. I see the direction we're going here. And Fujimoto's cooking yet again.